We're here and we have Wi-Fi. This is Boys episode 54, Cold Coffee with Robby and Josh. Thanks for listening. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good. We just had a wonderful breakfast.
We did.
And I got a little song I made up. I'm in love with an IHOP waitress. She is so beautiful to me.
All right. Everybody isolate that. Put a beat on it.
Please do. The remix. So yeah, we're here at the Paramount again. Just you and I this time.
Just us.
It's a lovely, lovely Saturday afternoon.
Beautiful day.
I don't think it could be any more beautiful. It's warm. There's no wind, but it's not hot.
It's not hot.
No.
It's like San Diego hot.
Dude, you saw me pull up. I brought the scooter.
You did. You scooted.
Yeah, I did. This is the furthest I've been on it.
How did you take? Did you take Reno down? Or?
I took MacArthur to 10th Street all the way down. Went by the fairgrounds.
Oh.
It was beautiful. Went through kind of the Penn 10 area.
Okay.
And then hooked a ride on Classen, came straight in. Gorgeous day. I'm going to go for a little pleasure ride as soon as we're done.
Oh, go around like Bricktown and stuff?
I'm going to go around Bricktown, then I'm going to scoot on over to Guest Room. I'm going to pick up that new Mac DeMarco record.
Get you a record.
And I'm going to head home and put that record on. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So we have a few things to take care of before we jump into,
as always,
catching up on the list here. And first and foremost, you can go to boyspodcast.com. It's the hub of all things boys. There's links to our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, as well as a golden donate button that you can hit and send us a little bit of your cash. It helps us keep the doors open. It helps me keep gas in the scooter.
That's very much at that $1.50. Is it $1.60?
I filled it up the other day and it cost me $2.
Really?
And that's with the premium because you got to put that 91 or 93 in there.
Do you have to do it on yours?
Don't have to mix oil with it, but you got to put that 91, 93. I went 93.
Well, yeah.
I'm not cheap.
Yes,
I am.
And then you're going to ride around on that for fucking ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it's like 99 miles a gallon. It's fucking awesome.
It's fucking crazy.
I love it. I pulled up and I had my new goggles on.
You looked pretty cool, man.
No, I don't know if cool is the right word. I look like I was in Daft Punk.
Yeah, you pull up and yell, I'm in Daft Punk!
Exactly like that. Yeah, boyspodcast.com.
Yeah, man, you can email us at boyspodcast.com. Send any recommendations, any things you enjoyed about the show, any suggestions for other things, just feedback, positive or negative. However, it's nice to get it personally in that box. Or if you can think of a guest, someone that you think would be perfect for the show,
absolutely.
Send it our way.
We're always looking for guests. We like to think outside the box. We're trying to think outside the box here. So if there's somebody you'd like for us to sit down and talk about, things like pretty titties, footlongs, quitting smoking. That's a good one. That's a good topic.
Good topic.
Also rate, review, subscribe. We're on iTunes, Stitcher. We're on Google Play. We're on SoundCloud. We're all over the place. Just like this brain of mine.
Podcatcher, wherever you get your pods.
Yeah, you're already listening, so thank you so much for that. If you take a moment and just do the star, give the thumbs up, a like, that goes a long way, people.
Dude, everything helps.
Goes a real long way.
Yeah, big ups to Paramount. Thank you, Paramount, for letting us use this space. At the same time, thanks for Patrick, the Lost Ogle. Anthem Brewing for providing fine beers.
As always.
Every ep. Also, thanks to Fat Bison. Beautiful wood.
Good wood.
That should be his thing.
Right?
Fat Bison, good wood.
Just good wood. Isolate that.
He should make a novelty t-shirt like Big Johnson style and have it be Fat Bison like a
yeah.
Good wood.
Yeah, I like it.
Wood signs for dads, grads, moms. Moms is tomorrow.
Shit.
So happy Mother's Day to all the moms, belated.
That's right.
And finally, thanks to OKC Comedy. We just have a new partnership with OKC Comedy.
And it's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
Speaking of OKC Comedy, we got June 10th, Tig Notaro. June 11th, Ryan Singer, Pocket Full of Crystals Tour. June 13th, The Vagical Mystery Tour, featuring Liz Winstead, co-creator of The Daily Show, Aaron Wilder, and much, much more. OKCcomedy.com. Check it out.
That'd be crazy. And then finally, thanks everybody for your donations, tweets, comments, everything the positive feedback. We've been getting a lot of positive feedback, and it feels phenomenal.
It's really great. Just a like, a mention, a comment, any sort of feedback means the world to us. This is a labor of love, and we're thirsty. We're real thirsty. It's all that Anthem beer.
Feed these egos, please.
So speaking of episode 54 with Robby and Josh. So, man, we're going to go down this list. We're going to clean the list.
Okay.
We need to think of a good term for that. We need to think of a good slogan for cleaning
Drain
the list.
the swamp.
Draining the swamp. We're draining the list. And first and foremost, we got to talk about this, man.
Okay.
So, we get on the Instagram every now and then, take a look. Boys Podcast on Instagram.
While you're shitting, usually. That's where I always gram.
Always. Yeah. I found an amazing Instagram account that I had to share with you. I mean, I have shared it with you, but I have to share it with our wonderful listener. And it's called at snake__pit. And it's somebody who just collects and publishes, curates, if you will, bad tattoos.
Terrible tats.
Dude, they're god awful.
They're the worst.
We've looked through these. Yeah. It was shown to me by my buddy Austin Tackett. We went to a little cabin and hung out, had some dude time with a few friends. And we sat there on our phones and looked at it forever because you start off and you're like, whoa, there's Smithers sucking Mr. Burns' dick. And it looks just like the cartoon. Oh, there's a lifelike clitoris or a blowjob. There, some of the tattoos are actually beautifully done. Just the subject matter is mind blowing.
Well, that's the thing with Snake Pit. It's not just shitty tattoos because there's tons of those out there. Like people have the Monster Energy thing on their face, or like it's supposed to look like a lion, but it doesn't look like a lion at all. Right. Like prison tats. Yeah. And then there's ones, like you said, the artistry is amazing.
There's a lot of realistic vaginas.
Yeah.
A lot. Like a surprising amount.
Sexual tattoos, like the one that's like it's like a bolt and a nut, and the nut's fucking the bolt or something.
Or a lot of photorealistic women sucking dick. Like I could not imagine walking around with a tattoo on my arm of a woman holding and sucking a pecker. Like I could not imagine
now,
that.
there's a difference in like what the Frank Frank Frazetta. I draw titties. There's a difference in like, because that kind of stuff it looks cool.
It's artsy.
Yeah. But it's not like one of those like,
I think it's Frazetta.
It's not one of those like tribal Amazonian women with like spreading their pussy open.
No, dude. So yeah, go to snake__pit on Instagram and show your grandma because she's going to love it. It's amazing. So next on the list, we're just cleaning. We're cleaning the list.
Cleaning the list.
What we got? Hit me.
Okay, I put this on there. Game nights and getting old. This happened a while ago, but it put a thought in my head of had some friends over, had a couple of beverages, playing some games. Play either like a board game or you play like Heads Up or something. Just getting the friends together. And it brought back a memory of when I was a child. My parents, once or twice a month, would have friends over and they play canasta, which I still have no fucking idea how to play.
Okay, what is that?
It's a card game, and I don't know the rules.
Is it played with a normal deck of cards?
Plays with a normal deck of cards, but it's called canasta. They play that, or they play like dominoes.
Okay.
And they have their game nights, but my parents didn't drink, so it was like a totally sober experience.
How boring.
I was like, and that's what I thought about. It's like, why have a game night sober?
I guess the game takes the place of the drinking or heroin or whatever you would want to do.
But having had the thought of like getting old, is this something you do? I mean, it's fun. It's fun to do, like having some drinks and playing a game with your friends. It beats going to the bar and dropping like $60 on a bar tab.
Right. It's cheap.
Yeah. And then when you're done, you're done. Like when the game is over, that's a perfect out of like, well, game is done.
It's a perfect out. That's I've never thought about that. Mm-hmm. A game being this thing you can wrap up, and then it's like, well, better get going. Go home and slam a 6-pack.
What else are we going to do?
No, I think it's interesting because like Austin and Lacey and all them, like and Atlee, all of our friends, and Kim, they're big into games. You know, Lucas as well. Everybody. I'm just gonna name all my friends here. Yeah. But they're big into games, and we've had game nights. They have game nights. We've played games like Settlers of Catan, Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride is a fucking crazy hard game.
It's hard. It's fun, but like I'm not good at the games. Yeah. Like I understand Settlers of Catan, or Catan as we call it, or Settlers.
That sounds like a tabletop RPG.
No, it's like a weird,
Risk.
No, it's a weird strategy game. It's kind of like Ticket to Ride, but you're gathering resources to build your city, something like that. So maybe it is a little bit similar to Risk.
So it's Roller Coaster Tycoon, but on a board.
Yes, basically. So we have these game nights, and I used to go to them and get kind of drunk, drinking these Anthem beers, and then what happens? You die in a car wreck on the way
Anthem
home.
beers, getting drunk at game night. Dame night. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's a good game. It's a new game.
Nude game.
A lewd game. But so we would play these lewd, nude, rude games, and I would drink and get kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But then I realized I'm not good at these games to begin with, so I should probably slow down on the glug, glug, glug and be a little better at these games.
Yeah.
And guess what happened?
Huh.
I got better.
Really?
Yeah. So I think there is a correlation with game nights and getting old.
Yeah.
And I found in my personal gaming group, my D&D group, I kind of enjoy it more when there's no alcohol at the table.
Yeah.
Because we had a group previously, and a couple of the guys and myself were kind of lushes. It was an excuse to get together and party.
Yeah.
And it kind of made the game shitty.
Yeah, it would seem like it would get too loud. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
'cause you
loud.
get in character, and then before you know it, someone's talking like fat bastard.
Oh, yeah. There's always one of those.
Yeah.
You know who you are. Austin, I'm talking to you, buddy. Not Tackett. It's okay, so it's loud. Also, this is the other thing about game nights and not drinking. You don't got to get up and piss every 20 minutes.
Yep.
Someone would always be in the bathroom, so you couldn't move the game along if your ranger was stuck in a porta potty.
Yeah.
So it does help to not drink.
Yeah.
There's other things.
I mean, there's other things. I would think that would help your strategy. Other things would definitely help your strategy.
Other things always help. That's what I'm trying to say.
And then the drunker you get, like, the more hubris comes into effect. Like, I gotta play it. You guys know how to play it.
Yeah.
No, you're doing it wrong.
There's rule fighting. There's meta gaming.
Yeah.
There's all kinds
of dumb shit.
So yeah, I think there's something to it. Let me ask you this, Josh. Have you done the sober board game night? Have you tried it?
Yeah, I've done it.
What do you think?
I like it. I like it with games like Scrabble. Things where you have to like use your mind. Because again, with that, like drunk, you can be like, no, that's totally a word. Okay, speaking of games, there's a whole new Scrabble dictionary now. So a lot of different things, a lot of words count. Like LOL counts.
In Scrabble?
The new Scrabble. There's like acronyms count in the new Scrabble.
No way.
I'm pretty sure. Google that. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like hella is a word.
Like thick with 2 C's?
Probably. It just... Do kids even play Scrabble? Is Words with Friends still a thing?
I think it's still a thing, but I don't know if anybody plays it.
People stopped playing that shit in 2007.
That was a game that got so hot.
Oh, yeah.
I remember having my little iPhone 3 that had the big rounded back.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember those old iPhones that had the big rounded back? And holding my iPhone 3, thinking it was like the coolest invention ever.
Oh, it was the coolest invention.
Man. When the iPhone came out, because, there were smartphones before the iPhone. But let's be honest, the iPhone's the best.
Yeah.
I know there's tech people out there that would say maybe a Samsung is the best or whatever. But let's be honest, what is sold the most? And what is the most like beautifully packaged product?
Well, that's the thing. The thing with Apple is they may not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Guts-wise, like they're not the best.
Yeah, there's faster phones out there and there's better screens, but
more beautiful.
Just the complete package,
it's simple. That's the thing with Apple. Everything's simple. It's user-friendly. That's how they've always packaged their shit since the 80s. Everything is super user-friendly.
Well, see, I jumped over to Verizon this week from Sprint. It was on your recommendation, actually. I had to get out of my Sprint contract because my world is crumbling. So I had to jump over to Verizon and...
Verizon, when your world's crumbling.
Yeah. I'll try it. But I went into Verizon and I was going back and forth between the Galaxy S8 and the iPhone 7. I've been plagued with this my entire smartphone existence. I've always had to get a phone right before the next one's about to come out.
Yeah.
So I'm always like one behind, which it's really here nor there.
I still got the 6S Plus. I'm one behind because you have to pay that shit off.
Yeah.
And now to pay that off, I'll probably get a 7.
Yeah. Or an 8 or an X
8,
or whatever's next.
10. Yeah, whatever's next.
So, but is it weird that I kind of like to show people that I have Verizon? I'm like, hey,
I've got Verizon.
I'm not poor.
Yeah.
Look,
Cricket.
I rich.
Boost Mobile.
This baby's got 5 gigs of data.
Sure does.
Oh, yeah. But no, I was going back and forth between the S8, the Galaxy S8, and the 7. I'm sure this is really interesting to listen to. Man, the S8's a beautiful phone. It's got a better screen. It's newer. It's spec wise, it's a better
That's
phone.
the word I was looking for.
Specs. Okay.
Yeah.
But man, there's just something about the iPhone. It's easy. There's not a bunch of bullshit running in the
it fits
background.
in your hand really well.
Yeah, it does.
It's not this 6S Plus brick of a phone.
No, that's a big,
I went the wrong way.
Surfboard you're carrying around there. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And then I went to North Park Theater a few weeks ago. I'd never been before.
Never?
I've never been to North Park Theater in my life. Yeah.
Oh, we used to go there all the time, just super blazed and watch whatever movie was playing at the time.
Never went. I've been in that mall only a few times.
Well, you go to Central Park.
Oh, Central Park. But I went to North Park Theater, went in, sat down. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Like the chair. Okay, first of all, the chairs.
Super uncomfortable.
They're super uncomfortable and they're super squeaky.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, we went to see Trolls.
Okay.
And yeah, with Matt and Bonnie. And the chairs, first of all, the whole theater was full of kids.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I rarely go to movies where there's that many children. And the whole theater was like, it was like a mom or an aunt and then like 5 kids and then a dad and 5 kids, a couple and 10 kids, you know. And then there's like, my group is sitting there and you just heard, because the kids were getting up, running to the bathroom, getting more soda, whatever. Oh my gosh, the seats, it was so annoying, but it got to the point where like we were laughing. Because you just hear, like, there'd be the middle of like kind of an important part of the movie, important part of Trolls.
Sure. And the dramatic climax.
Yes. Kind of like Philadelphia, you know? Yeah. But you just, like, you'd hear like this line being delivered, then you just hear, and it was fucking incredibly loud.
Well, but that and the floors, it's like someone just jizzed all over them. They're the stickiest floors.
The worst floors, and it smells weird in there. Mm-hmm. And then when the movie started.
It smells like a public pool.
That's exactly what it smells like. It kind of smells like bleach and like old sugary soda on the floor. Mm-hmm. And then when the movie started, it was fucking burning up in there. Yeah. Like uncomfortably ball sticking to your leg hot. By the end of the movie, it was fucking freezing in there. Like, I don't know if they just turned on the AC when they opened the joint.
Crank it up.
It was so weird and interesting. But having said all of that, I really enjoyed going there. Yeah. There's another theater by my house, that B&B theater. Yeah. It's an old shitter.
Same kind of style where the seats aren't, it's non-stadium seating. So it's the classic, either flat, either goes down. I've noticed in North Park, there's a couple of theaters in North Park where the seats are slanted the opposite direction. They're almost slanted backwards.
Weird.
Yeah.
No, the B&B theater, it's weird. They renovated it, and they have the original seats up front because it used to be a pretty small movie theater. This was pre-stadium seating and pre, IMAX and everything. It was just a small little like cinema, but they still have those. But then there's like about a 5-foot gap, and then they added on stadium seats behind, so you get to choose your own experience.
Okay. Yeah.
If you want to go stadium, you sit a little further back. If you want to go old movie, like art house movie theater, like with the wood back chairs that don't recline, but you like get a little closer in those. Yeah. You can sit
super
up front.
Comfortable.
Yeah. So you get to choose your own adventure. Sure. You get to choose your own seating.
Yeah. So you can go new school or old school, however you want to do it.
Well, I'm going to get into this. I've done this a couple times and now I'm going to keep doing it. I take my scooter and I go over to that theater. It's like a mile from my house.
Just a lonely movie?
Dude, but like, because, being off on Fridays, you can go and it's like $4. And if you go early, I've been the only person in the theater.
Okay, so
and it's kind of amazing.
Do you plan ahead and find a movie, or you just go and whatever's playing, go watch it?
No, I'm not that adventurous, but I do have on my iPhone 7 here by Verizon, in my browser, I keep up one of the tabs. I actually keep up the movie times.
Okay.
So, and it auto refreshes when I open it because it's an iPhone 7 with Verizon.
Sure.
Great reception. So like today we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We've got Snatched, King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. We've got The Boss Baby. Gonna see that one. Sounds good. How to Be a Latin Lover. Not anymore. Very Sordid Wedding. Like that might be a good one. That might be a good one. But I got them all right here in the palm of my hand.
Yeah, you can go see Guardians of the Galaxy by yourself.
I kind of want to.
You should.
I haven't seen it. I want to. I'm not even a big comic book movie dude.
You're not a movie dude at all.
I'm not.
Let alone a comic book movie dude.
I'm not a movie dude. But I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. It was just enjoyable. It was fun to watch.
Sure. It's a good movie.
What's your favorite movie?
What's my favorite movie?
What's your favorite movie?
In the world?
Ever. besides Billy Madison?
That's nice. I was thinking about this the other day. Everyone had that favorite movie growing up, and I think my favorite movie growing up was Dead Poets Society.
It's a fucking great
And
movie.
it
That's
might
a
still
great
be my
choice.
favorite movie.
Dude, it's Robin Williams at his best.
Mm-hmm.
The
Comedic yet dramatic.
yeah, but like the way he shapes those young men's lives and how important he is. Like, didn't you always want a teacher like that?
Oh, yeah.
I had some good teachers growing up, but I never had Robin Williams.
You never had a Mr. Keating.
Mr. Keating.
That SNL skit with when Fred Armisen was the teacher and they did the "Oh Captain, My Captain," the dude's head. That was fucking hilarious.
Yes, that was awesome.
That was great.
But I always was it Mr. Keating?
Mr. Keating, yeah.
I always wanted a Mr. Keating.
Oh, yeah.
I got a Mr. Foot.
He got shot in the back by his wife.
He did. And so Josh and I had this teacher. I don't think we had him at the same time.
No, he was a civics teacher.
Yeah, but his name was Mr. Foot.
Foote.
But the funny thing is, that name to a kid in 10th grade.
Oh, it's jokes for days.
It's the funniest thing.
And it didn't help that he looked like a tortoise.
No. Somebody, one day we came into the classroom and we had the old school chalkboards. You know, we didn't have like the smart boards they have now. We had the old school. Yeah, have you seen those? No. Oh, they're incredible. They had them at UCO. It's like a marker board, but it's not a real marker. It's like a tablet pen, but like big. And when you mark, you can pick your color and like it's like writing on a huge tablet. It was incredible.
That's a Minority Report shit right there.
It would play with the overhead projector.
Okay,
so you could like use them together. It was amazing.
That's crazy.
But let's go back like 20 years. Yeah. So he had the old chalkboard that ran across, like he would sit at his teacher's desk and the chalkboard would be behind him on both sides. And it had the overhead projector screens that would come down.
Yeah.
Right? Well, somebody had wrote behind those and they pulled them down and he came in and I remember he was just like, he was kind of like a chubby Flanders tortoise kind of guy. And he came in just humming a tune. And he goes over and like he would dramatically let those go because it would go.
Yeah.
And he did both of them and huge. I mean, somebody took their time. It just said "Foot stinks." And it was the funniest fucking thing because his face went from like happy-go-lucky to, oh
boy,
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, these kids don't like me.
They don't like me.
In fact, they hate me and they think I stink because my name is Foot.
He was actually a good teacher. He was a sweet guy, but that name.
So his wife was
cleaning a gun.
Cleaning a gun.
Let's just say quotes, cleaning a gun.
Yeah, right. And accidentally shot him in the back.
In the back.
Right?
Yeah.
But he told that story in class one day, and one of the kids was like, "Did she shoot you in the foot?" And he got so mad, he like grabbed the kid and drug him out in the hall. Do you remember when teachers would do that kind of shit?
Oh, I got dragged out in the hall by Mr. What was that coach who taught history and his breath stunk like a motherfucker? He had a beet red face.
Was it MacGyver?
McIver.
Coach McIver. He used to dip in class.
Yeah, he pulled me out hardcore. And
Did he
yelled
really?
At me.
Ugh. He was a dick.
He was a dick.
I did not like him at all. He was in junior high.
Yeah.
He used to have a big dip in his lip all the time, and he kept like a big gulp, and he would act like he was taking a drink of it through the straw, but he'd spit down into it, and I was just like, "That's fucking gross."
No tobacco on premises, bro.
No, you're breaking the rules. He was a dick though.
Yeah,
like he was a dickhead. Do you remember getting? Did you ever get swats?
In school?
Yeah.
No.
You never got swats?
No. By the way, Coach McIver got fired, I think, for having a relationship with a student or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho, yeah, no, I never got swatted. You got swatted in school?
I got swatted in like I got swatted in like 4th grade at Schwartz Elementary.
Really?
Sounds like a German sex dungeon. Schwartz. I will swat you on your bottom.
That's weird.
Yeah. But dude, the principal gave me swats because I got in a fight with this kid that stole my chair. I was sitting next to this girl named Lisa Cagle, who I had a huge crush on. She was a
cool name.
Fiery young redhead. And she was my girlfriend, right? Like she was my girlfriend. She was my first girlfriend. First breasts I ever touched. Like first
in elementary school?
Yeah, first of a lot of things,
wow.
dude. Oh, she was a firecracker. But this kid named Philip, I can't remember his last name for the life of me, but he was like a little hick. He was like a little ag kid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Like shit kicking boots, tight jeans, always wore like a cowboy hat at like 4th grade.
Yeah, dude who did Votech.
Yeah, had like the satin jacket with like some bullshit cow on the back or something.
Like 4-H
yeah. So he liked Lisa too. And I didn't like that Philip liked Lisa. And I came into class one day.
And he was sitting next to me.
He was sitting in my chair. That was my spot at that table. I sat there every day next to Lisa Cagle. Every day. And I come in and he's sitting there and he's like leaning up against her. Like she wasn't really aware of what was going on. But he was like kind of like body language was like, this is mine.
Yeah.
This is mine. And
fucking 9-year-old. This is mine.
This is mine. And I said, hey, man, get up. That's my seat. And he was like, why don't you make me? So I picked up a chair and I fucking threw it at him like WWE style. I was so mad.
At that time, WWF, but yeah.
WWF style.
Yeah.
I was so mad because I was like, this is mine, actually.
How did she feel about that?
She loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, she loved it.
Dude's fighting over it.
Oh, she loved it. So we both got sent to the principal's office and I hit him right in the face with the chair. Like I fucked him up.
Did he bleed?
No, but just really red. Like, I mean, I didn't throw it as hard as I could, but I
tossed it.
I threw it over my head. Like I lobbed it at him basically. Surprised I didn't hit her.
Yeah.
So we go to the principal's office. And the principal, like, imagine like a ripped Dr. Phil. Okay, that's what he looked like. Like skirted eggshell, fucking push broom mustache, like big suit, but ripped, like cut as fuck. Like if Dr. Phil and like
The Rock
had an ass baby together. This would be my principal.
Wow. Or a skirted eggshell on a broom on The Rock. Photoshop that.
Please, someone Photoshop Dr. Phil's head on The Rock's body. I need to see this. But anyways, he had this paddle. Dude, it was like 14 inches long. It looked like a fucking cricket bat.
It probably was.
I think it might have been in retrospect. 14 inches long, or maybe even more. And fucking holes drilled in it. And I asked him.
Did it say fuck you on it?
I asked him, I was like, what are the holes for? And he was like, cuts down wind resistance. And I was like, oh, wow.
No. That's abuse, man.
So, no, get this, dude. He made me pull my pants down.
That's not right.
Not to the bare ass. It wasn't a bare asser.
To the boxers.
To the undies at the time.
To the Superman undies.
Yeah, to the Superman undies. He made me pull my pants down and he wound up. And
tap his feet?
Yeah, he tapped his feet.
Tap, 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 tap.
Pointed to the wall like Babe Ruth. Like that's where your nuts are going, young man. Pulled back, and my teacher had to be in there too.
Sure,
like there had to be a witness, and
then
there had to be a female. So there was a male and a female, kind of like PC people do nowadays at offices. You have to have a male and a female, so somebody can't say something went bad. Right. Hear that noon bell going off?
Got it going.
I like it. So Miss Black, my teacher, was in there, and the principal was in there. He wound up, and I remember looking at Miss Black like, why? And man, when that paddle hit the backside of my ass, it lit me up, dude. It hurt so bad. I had round whelps all over my ass.
How many times did he hit you?
Once.
Once
was all it took.
Yeah, but
I never threw a chair again.
Imagine if that happened today. How much shit that principal would be in.
He'd be sued.
Be fired and sued.
Do they spank in schools anymore?
Fuck no. No, I don't. A lot of parents don't even spank their kids because of that kind of stuff. Like it's abuse to the kid.
I'm curious about that because I can kind of see it both ways.
Sure.
But I'm not a parent, so I don't want to try to sound like an authority on that. But I grew up getting spanked.
Me too.
And I was fine.
Sure.
I mean, well, mostly. I'm not advocating spanking. I'm not advocating to not spank.
Right.
But man, something about being spanked when I was a kid, and I didn't, honestly, much like with the principal and the holy paddle, it didn't take many times.
That's a band name. Principal and the holy paddle?
Yeah, like a ska band. It didn't take very many times.
Yeah.
For my dad whipping my ass for me to not want to get whipped anymore.
Sure.
So it worked.
I think it should be a combination of, like, you don't beat the shit out of them. Give them a swat and then explain to them why that happened. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I mean, honestly, what you should do is just conversate with him before that to be like, listen, you shouldn't do this, and here's why you shouldn't do this. I don't know.
It's interesting.
It's kind of one of those things. Like, I'm not pro, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Do you remember that country song from when we were kids called Daddy's Hands?
Yeah.
That song was so good.
Yeah.
It's like, Daddy's hands were soft and kind when I was crying. Daddy's hands were hard as steel when I done wrong. Such a good song.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hear that song as a kid and think about my daddy's hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I would think about like, oh man, I don't want to get whipped.
Mm-mm.
Did you ever get whipped with anything?
Oh, belts. A lot.
Were you belted?
I was belted quite a bit. Fly swatter.
Fly swatter?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Which end? Like the fly end? The fly gut end?
No, but you've never seen that? Or got that? It's the fly swatter. So you know fly swatter, it flaps?
Yeah.
Imagine it's like a like of the fly swatter like on your buttock or your leg. Like it's not good.
Back and forth?
Yeah, like a get out of here.
I just imagine like whipping the shit out of somebody with a fly swatter and it would bend.
It does, but
like
that's the thing. But,
bend right
but
in
that's
half.
why you have to like flutter it to get any pain.
Okay.
Inflict any pain.
Right in the crack.
You know, thinking back on it, like there's a few items that probably shouldn't have been used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that big rubbery dildo of your mom's. You remember that?
Got hit by that quite in the face.
That was actually Daddy's dick. Daddy's dick. Awesome, dude. That was great. My grandma, when I was a kid, I think I might have even told this story before, but there was a time where she tried to whip me.
Yeah, and you laughed and she cried.
But she was whipping me with the fucking Deer Foam's shoe, like a soft house shoe. It didn't hurt at all. I also got the belt. I was belted. I was belted. My dad had a ping pong paddle.
Yeah.
He used that a couple times.
Did I tell the story on here about when I knew I was getting a spanking? My mom was like, wait till your dad gets home. So I went to my bedroom and there's this book, and I actually saw it at Half Price Books not too long ago in the kids section. It's a really tall book, it's thin, and it says dinosaurs on the cover, and it's like burnt, like a yellow. And I stuck that down the back of my pants, so like when he hit me, it wouldn't hurt. And I go to his bedroom. He's like, all right. And I turned around and he goes, what the hell? And pulls it out. And that made him even more irate.
Oh, yeah.
So it's an extra one for...
You thought you were really going to pull one over
on him by putting this giant fucking golden book in my butt.
Yeah, all of a sudden you have like a Hank Hill ass, like a square ass.
Yeah, like a Virtua Fighter ass.
Yeah. A Final Fantasy VII ass.
Yeah.
No, I never tried anything like that. My mom also had, God rest her soul, the green spoon.
R.I.P. The green spoon? Green spoon?
The green spoon.
Was it like a wooden spoon?
It was a green.
Yeah.
It was like a olive green wooden spoon that was like kind of big.
Yeah.
Like a big stirring
like a soup spoon. Yeah, or whatever those are called.
And I got whipped with that a couple times.
Damn.
But yeah, it didn't take. I mean, I probably got whipped maybe 5 to 7 times growing up.
I'm imagining. I always thought this was funny. I thought about it a lot as a kid because I got spanked a lot as a kid. Getting spanked by one of those paddles with the ball on it.
Yeah. Would it have the ball on it?
Yeah, the ball would be on it. And it would just keep bouncing back every time.
Yeah, that was it. But then you know what? I woke up one day and I never got spanked again.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't a bad kid.
I went from that to being grounded. That was kind of the big one.
I got grounded. I only got grounded a handful of times. Like, I mean, we've been friends for a long time. Do you remember me being grounded very often? I remember you being grounded
a lot.
But your mom was so funny because she'd be like, yeah, Josh is grounded, but you can come over anyways. Yeah. Like, you can come over. I'll make you some bagel bites and get those Entenmann's in there.
Yes, basically, I can't go anywhere, but people can come over.
Yeah, what kind of...
Cool. Great. I don't have to go anywhere.
She'd come get me.
Yeah.
Like, she'd come pick me up when you were grounded. It was awesome.
Pick me up when you were grounded. What else we got on this list here,
Let's go
Robby?
back to the list here.
What do we got? Do you want to go to this?
No, let's keep going.
That one?
We'll go down.
Go down. Can I talk about my first sleep paralysis?
Yes.
experience?
Okay. So this has been on the list for a while, and I've been wanting to ask you, but honestly, I kind of wanted to wait till we did a cold coffee.
Okay.
Because I want to hear.
Okay. So what happened is I listen to a lot of podcasts. I have a lot of friends who have had this kind of experience. If you're not aware of what sleep paralysis is, it's where you kind of half wake up, but you can't move, but you have full awareness of your surroundings, and sometimes people hallucinate and see things. And I thought, that's a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but it scared the shit out of me that it's a possibility. And it was about a month or so ago, and I wake up fully aware of my surroundings. The room is that in-between dark and light thing, and I can't move. I can kind of move my head slightly left to right, and I turned slightly right, and there's this probably 5'10" thing, and it looked like a southern belle, like a big hat with a little veil on it, and like this dress, but everything was like ash gray. And it was like coming in, and like the face was like coming closer to my face. And as it got closer, I could see that it was almost like deteriorating skin, like it was a corpse. And I was like, ah. And I remember I yelled, I was like yelling, but nothing was coming out. And then like it got closer, and I closed my eyes, and then I opened them again, and I was awake. Like,
and were you able to move?
And I was able to move. I was like, what the fuck was that? But everything in the room was exactly like it was.
Oh my gosh. So was this Southern Belle? Let's call her Belle.
Yeah.
Was she like ghastly and ghostly? Like,
yes.
Was she like your classic like haunted mansion?
Kind of, but it looked like I mean, at first I thought it was like I'm just half asleep and there's something in the corner, like clothes, because our vintage shop rack is in our room, so there's clothes hanging up everywhere. And I was like, I'm just seeing that out of the corner of my eye, and then it kept coming closer and closer. I was like, fuck, and it got right in my face. Oh yeah, but it was like, you know, that the southern dress, like at 1800s, late 1800s.
Yeah, like with the like a Kentucky Derby hat with a sash.
Yeah.
So was she hot?
No, she was dead.
Did she have nice, ghost titties?
No, she was pretty thin.
Would you?
No,
would you fuck that ghost?
I'm not gonna fuck that ghost.
You wouldn't fuck a ghost?
Because it wasn't a ghost, man. Like I said, it was like a. Was
it a wraith?
Yeah, it was more half. It was like skin was coming off of it and stuff.
Was it a zombie?
Kind
of. A Southern Belle zombie?
It was creepy as fuck, though. Oh, it fucking gave me the willies. Because you can't move. Like, you're literally, you try so hard to move, but you can't. Like, you're in a dream and you can't move.
Well, let me ask you that. So in the paralysis side of things, like, what did it feel like? Did you feel like when you were a kid and you'd press your arms in the side of the door frame and then you'd step out and your arms would raise? Do you remember doing that as a kid?
Or like when you're laying on the ground face first and you have someone pull your arms up and then you slowly let them down. It's like, No, it felt like...
Did it feel like you were in like concrete?
It felt like there was a lead strap covering my entire body and I couldn't move. Like I can raise my arm like maybe a quarter of an inch and it would stop. And that's as far as I can go. And I couldn't move.
Dude, that's so weird.
It was creepy as shit.
How often has this happened to you? Has this happened more than once? This
one
was just
time.
one and
one
done?
Only time.
Damn.
Scared the shit out of me.
I'd be scared too.
Yeah.
Because I have some, I've never had that experience, but I have some very vivid dreams sometimes. I mean, very vivid.
Oh yeah.
Had a real doozy the other night.
Did you?
Never wanted to wake up from it. It was great.
One of those.
It was a wet one. It wasn't. I jack off way too much for that. But like, I've never had a wet dream in my life.
Really?
Ever. I spanked too much.
I haven't had one in like, I've probably been like 10 years or 15 years ago.
I've never had a damp dream, let alone a wet dream.
Oh, man.
Never. I've always wanted one.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd like chub up and then try to fall asleep really quick. Like try to like get this going. Let's get this party started. I want to come in my sheets, but I never did. When I was a kid, though, I thought a wet dream was pissing the bed. Yeah. And I was like, I never want to have a wet dream.
Yeah.
And now it's all I can think about. Josh, I think about it every day.
You think about it too much. You really want to.
I'm thinking about it right now.
You might.
Let's do a wet podcast.
Oh, we jerk off?
Well, we've got these, on our beautiful podcast table we have here. We have these plugins.
Yeah.
We'll order a couple of those wands off Amazon.
And just put it on our cocks?
We'll just put them down the front of our pants. We'll hit record, right? We'll have a friend hold up a porno mag and like flip pages.
What?
We'll get Taylor Vincent to come like flip porno mag pages.
Yeah, it'd be a really awkward podcast.
And then when he's done, we'll run a little cleanup. But we'll put the wand down the front of our pants and we have to sit here and have a cold coffee. It'll be called Cold Cum with Rob and Josh. Cold cummy? I don't know. Cold fucking penny in your underwear?
Gross.
The worst.
That is the worst.
But yeah, and then we'll see how long. So the first one that comes has to eat it.
Yeah. That's disgusting. That's gross. Did you ever come in your pants? Of course, we were teenagers. Just come in your pants. When you're like drying up on your girlfriend and you come. That's what Jinkos were perfect for. They were thick.
Sop it right
up. Unless you're wearing the khakis. And then you got that spot and you got to pull the shirt out and pull the Jared it down.
I hated khakis for that reason. And
Cum
also,
spots.
dude, also, You can't help it. But if you went to church in your new khakis, you go to the bathroom, you're going to have fucking pecker tracks.
I hate that.
It looks like a bird has walked across your leg because you've got a little trickle. You got a little drizzle.
A little trickle from your pickle.
But it's just from shaking it off.
Yeah.
I wasn't a leaker.
Yeah.
Never been a wet boy.
Speaking of that, every time I piss at a urinal, I have that thought in my head because you hear it from back in the day. Shake it more than 3 times, you're playing with it.
I heard shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Shake it more. Okay, here's the thing, but I shake it 3 times. I'm like, that's not enough. That's not enough shakes.
Just go ahead and play with it then.
Yeah.
I play with it. You don't play with it at the urinal a little bit. Like, you don't.
I don't rub it.
No, rub it, but you don't like
jerk it. Like, I take a bit and then do a couple tugs.
When I'm standing at a urinal, in fact, I did this at the Dallas Guitar Show. What I like to do is chub up enough where it sticks straight out. And then I like to play a little kickstand where I press the head of my dick into the cold porcelain while I'm urinating, making kind of a sprinkler effect.
That is so disgusting.
This went off the rails.
Ooh, got real blue.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of you.
I've been tired.
What else we got here? The next one? You go to the next one?
Let's go to this. No, what? Okay, here. Let's keep this on you for a second. What's this ultrasound weirdness?
Okay, so we are hypochondriacs, you and I. I was having these weird pains I couldn't explain in my tummy area for a couple of months and wouldn't go away. Did all the home remedies I could. So I don't, fuck it, I have insurance, I'm going to go to the doctor.
Okay, before you went to the doctor, what were these home remedies? What did you trick yourself into thinking that would work? Because I do that shit every time.
I took menstrual pills.
Okay.
Dude, by the way.
Nice breasts, by the way.
If you ever hung over, take fucking...
I've heard of Midol.
Dude, they are fucking phenomenal for that.
Really?
Yeah. Drank a lot of yerba mates.
Okay.
A lot of...
the holistic approach.
What do you call that shit? You want to drink it all the time? Kombucha.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that kind of stuff. Cabbage, whatever. Helped my guts. Nothing worked.
Okay.
Took some over-the-counter Imodium 80 kind of things. Nothing worked.
So you went from homeopathic to over-the-counter to I need to go to the doctor.
And the doctor is like, well, it could be this, this, and this. And then, lays you down, checks your... He's like, everything feels okay. He's like, let's just go do an ultrasound. Just in case. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then my head, hypochondriac me, is like, they're going to scan, they're going to find a tumor.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So I go in.
There's something wrong with me.
And I lay down, Dinah's in the room with me, and they put that gel on you. And in the movies, they're always like, oh, it's cold. And they put it on, and it wasn't. It felt like hot, like someone just unloaded jizz on my stomach. And she squirts it, and I look at Diana, and I go, now I know your pain.
Yeah. Hey, remind me never to do this again. It sucks.
It sucks. And they rubbed it all over. And it was weird. It was awkward. And I didn't say it, but I thought it. And then when we were walking up the parking lot, Diana said the same thing out loud. She's like, I wanted to be like, so is it a boy or a girl? That's cute.
Cute. Real cute.
It was just really awkward.
I like it.
And then, you get the results like almost immediately and everything's totally fine. My insides are great.
Did the pain go away once you got the
immediately
peace of mind? Yes.
No. Immediately. It was like gone. I'm like, God damn it, my brain. So I think about that. Like, I always think everything's wrong with me, but there's going to be a time when something actually is.
And you're finally going to be right.
Yeah.
I'm finally right.
I fucking told you.
I saw that not on Snake Pit, but on a different Instagram profile that has like cool tattoos. Mm-hmm. There, somebody had like in kind of like a single line, like traditional style with the little like dot shader, stick and poke shader. It was a gravestone and it said, I told you I was sick. And I want that so bad because I am a hypochondriac. Yeah. And I seriously thought about just like screen capping it and taking it to like Cassie and just being like, hey, Mrs. Stover.
Do that.
I want this, but maybe change it up just a little bit.
I mean, you've done yours, but yours turned out to be something, right? When you did the butt thing, you had the thing in the camera in the butt.
So, that was interesting. So I had some problems with my butt a few years ago.
Happens when you get older.
Man, like it was not comfortable. Like pooping really hurt.
Yeah,
and it sucked because I love sitting there.
Shitting, man.
I love shitting, looking on Instagram.
There really is nothing like a good shit, though.
Like. The good shits are few and far between though. There's a lot of blasters. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of wearing down the crayon. Yeah. I hate the worst wiping when you have to wipe like 20 times and it's just never going away.
When it feels like you're wiping refried beans.
I like calling it wearing down the crayon.
Yeah, wearing down the crayon.
Because it's just like,
just keep pulling it.
It's like rinsing out a fucking paintbrush, dude. It takes forever.
Tap, 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 tap.
But so yeah, it was hurting to poop. So I went to the doctor. I went to Dr. Sausage Fingers, and he put a digit up there and felt around. And he's like, "Well, your prostate feels fine." And then I noticed both of his hands were on my shoulders. No, but Dad, that is literally a dad joke.
It is, yeah.
And so he's like, "Well, he's like, if something's wrong, you need to go get a colonoscopy." And I was like, "Okay, I'm 32. Like that's." Didn't wake up wanting to think about doing that.
Yeah.
And really the procedure wasn't a big deal because they put you out. Like I didn't feel anything. And I got, the free nitrous and
all that.
Got a free night's sleep.
Yeah.
But the worst was preparing because you can't eat solid foods for like 24 hours or more. You can't have anything red because of the dye they use when they're looking for stuff. You can't, it's like the list of things you can have is like ridiculous. It's like water, gelatin, no red, turkey or chicken broth, chicken stock, just stuff like that. And dude, I was so hungry. I've never been that hungry in my life. I was just like famished and I was
shaking.
weak. Yeah, dude, I was weak and I couldn't sleep at night because I was so hungry. Like it's hard to fall asleep on an empty stomach.
Oh, very much.
You know? Yeah. And then immediately after it was done, like my sister took me. She was off work that day. And as soon as it was done, she took me to Brahms and I killed like the triple meat burger with fries and a fucking malt. I killed the whole thing. And I was still completely stoned out of my mind from
nitrous.
Nitrous and the
So
anesthesia.
Did they find anything?
No.
See, and that's the thing. And it was like, and it went away.
No, well, they did find a small tear. But they said it literally could have been from anything. Like it sometimes it
up there.
Yeah. The Dr. Sausage Finger strikes again. But they said it could literally be from like not chewing your food enough and it doesn't digest completely. Sure. They said it could have been from being spanked with a paddle with holes in it when you were a kid.
Maybe.
That they were literally like, no, there's really, and they were like, the only thing we can do is laser it, like cauterize it. And I was like, do I need that or will it heal on its own? They're like, no, it'll heal on its own. It might just take a little while longer.
Yeah,
I was like,
do that.
All right, send me the bill.
Yeah.
Send me the bill.
Like that. I've done this thing. And then I got an MRI when I was hypochondriac about having brain cancer.
What was wrong?
Nothing. I have a brain of an old man. That issue. But I talked to a friend of ours who is a med student for neurology. And I told her what they found in my thing. And she goes, that's very common. She's like, did you ever do like, you smoke a lot of weed when you were younger? You do mushroom stuff? I guess like that happens. Like your brain will have that appearance. Like I'm fine.
We're all a little fucked up.
We're all a little fucked up, man.
But man, I feel that too. Like I always feel like there's something wrong with me. And I know that's not like cool or like tough or like whatever, but like I always feel like something's a little off.
Isn't that
always a little off?
I think in a way that's kind of a good thing to always be self-aware of like what's going on with your body. And then there's times when it's knowing when to turn that off. And that's the good thing about having like either a really close friend or a really close partner. Like you can tell it to them. They go, okay, well, if it continues for a week, we'll think about it. Yeah. Remedy it in any way that you can. If it's just gas or whatever.
You start out with the homeopathic.
Go to over the counter. Then you go to the doctor.
Then get your ass to the doctor. I spent so much money.
Yeah. I'm still paying on my thing. That shit was like, if I wouldn't have insurance, just them rubbing a wand over my belly would have been like $1,000.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
You're rubbing a wand over my belly.
My colonoscopy with insurance ended up being something like $3,000.
It's ridiculous.
Out of pocket. Well, that was my part of it.
To shove something up your ass.
Yes. Like literally to get fucked with a camera.
You're going to fuck me financially.
It looked like the tongue of an alien from the movie. That's what it looked like. It was scary.
Yeah. Did they show it to you before the day before? Like, this is what they're going to put up your butt.
No, but when I woke up, the doctor ran it under his nose and went,
hey, smell my fingers.
Someone ate a bean and cheese burrito.
No, when I was in the hospital for a month when I was like 13 for stomach shit, which ended up actually being something terrible. They showed me the thing they're going to shove down my throat to do a camera to my stomach. And I was like, there's no fucking way you're going to get that down. It looked like that, but bigger. They just like, knock you out and shove it down your throat.
So you were out for that?
I was out. And that was the first experience I ever had with any kind of drugs. I got out and it was that you see it on YouTube all the time now, kids doing whatever. My favorite one is the kid who's like, pretends to be like a pimp. That's my favorite one.
There is something.
I ain't Rocco Sacco.
There is
The best one.
There is something so incredibly endearing and adorable about
those?
fucked up kids.
Yo, it's the best.
I love kids on drugs.
Well, it started with the first one was the
Is this real life?
That was the best one. And then the
So
best one,
cute.
where they did the Darth Vader one of that. That was the best one.
You remember Haley used to babysit that? I call that baby the cute ugly baby. Do you remember that baby she used to babysit in Austin?
A cub?
It's a true cub. It's this little blonde hair baby. And like, she's adorable. Don't get me wrong. Completely adorable. But she's weird looking. We used to say she looked like a young Rodney Dangerfield. Like, seriously. Kind of bugly eyes. Never got any respect, you know? Did the high dive and back to school.
She wore a lot of plaid pants.
Yeah, plaid golf suits. I don't know. But adorable kid, but a cub.
Yeah.
I like that.
Cute ugly baby.
But Haley sent, okay, so this baby is grown up. She's a little older now. She's not a baby anymore. She's just, and she's
a cuck. Cute ugly kid.
Not a cuck. The cub and the cuck. That's what we should name the show.
Cub and the cuck. All right.
I'm the cuck. But like, the kid is so adorable. But Haley sent me like a Instagram story because the kid just had anesthesia and she's eating macaroni and cheese. I'm going to text Haley and see if she'll send it. And if so, I'll play the sample right here.
Macaroni is really good and it's so soft. That's why I like it. And it's so yummy.
How do you feel?
Good.
Are you going to eat your pizza after?
Yeah.
What did you have done today?
My tonsils out and I didn't feel nothing.
Nothing. Wow, you're brave, aren't you?
Uh-huh. And I love my mommy so much and my daddy and Tatum.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's the cutest. Like, I've never been that happy about anything in my life as this kid is over Kraft Blue Box.
No, I see those and I'm like, fuck, I wish something would have been fucked up with me when I was a kid so I can get that. Never got that. To be
So
high as like and not know why. You're just in that. There's no paranoia. You're just there.
Yeah.
You're just in it. I mean, I guess when I was 13, that's young, but it's not like being 9. Crazy.
Because it never fails. Like,
No.
if I visit Colorado with you, like we're doing next week,
Yeah.
and I perhaps partake.
Sure.
When
So
in
you go there.
Rome?
Mhm.
Yeah.
When in Rome, do as the Romans smoke.
Here it is every time. When I'm smoking one of them Roman cigarettes, what I'll do is I'll procure the Roman cigarette, and I'll be like, all right, yes, got that taken care of, and cross that off the list for the day. Got my Roman cig, got a lighter, I'm ready to go. Oh God, oh God, oh God, no, my whole day is ruined. Oh my God, I'm sick, I'm dying, my head hurts. Oh my God, I forgot I have to go to my dad's. Oh fuck, I gotta go to work. Oh, it's my boss. Oh shit, life sucks. Like,
Just get super
every
paranoid.
time,
Yeah.
dude, every time. Unless I have that Roman cigarette right before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Then it's perfect. I'm like, oh, this bed feels good. It's cold. My feet are sticking out. I got my tablet. I got something to watch. I love it. But
Doing that during the daytime.
no,
No.
not a
Too
fan.
high.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Well, man, we got to wrap up here before long. Is there anything else we need to address?
We can come back to some of these.
I mean, I guess I don't want to give everything away, but I did allude to it a moment ago. You and I are taking a little boys' road trip.
We are taking a road trip. We are going to Denver, Colorado next weekend.
Yes, we are. We're going to get the fuck out for a while,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a blast. We're leaving Thursday morning,
We're going to bring back a nice treat for you guys, too.
and I ain't talking edibles.
Yeah.
But you'll eat this one up.
You will eat this up for sure.
It's really exciting. We're not wanting to jinx anything, so we're not going to explain exactly what we're doing, but it's going to be a great trip. We're going to
Pun intended.
Yeah, dude, fucking weed and shrooms. Wait, shrooms aren't legal there.
Shrooms aren't legal anywhere.
Dude, we're going to Denver. We're going to do some fucking heroin. Yeah. Wait a minute. That ain't legal there?
It ain't legal there.
Dude, we're going to go do some incest in Colorado, baby. Can we?
Salt Lake City, you can.
Oh, that's Utah. Anyways, yeah, we're going to document our trip.
We are
With the
Road Boys.
hashtag Road Boys, as we have in the past.
Yeah.
It's a nice little collection. If you search Road Boys on Instagram, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, we'll do more.
So after you're done looking at Snake Pit,
Yeah.
check out the Road Boys
Road Boys.
hashtag. But yeah, we got some really exciting guests while we're there, guest or guests perhaps, and we're going to have a real good time.
It's going to be fun.
Dude, it's going to be so awesome because last time I went to Colorado, we hit up like several cities in a few days. So we truly spent most of our time driving. We're going to be like in Denver for basically like
3 days.
3 full days, 2 full days. And so 4 days, 2 full days. But yeah, it's going to be nice to just be like centrally located and just be able to just kind of like take in more in one spot.
Sure.
Because last time we went to like Colorado Springs, Boulder, Estes Park, Denver, like all around, you know. And I'm excited to go back and just be there for a little while.
Sure.
I wonder what the weather is going to be like.
Hopefully not shitty.
I mean, it's not a shitty part of the year.
No, it might be. The thing is, it's not summer. Is it summer? It's technically summertime. The sun is right on top of you because you're a mile high. We'll check the weather.
There's an app for that on this Verizon.
There is. It's called Weather.
It's literally, it comes with the phone.
It comes with it.
Like that U2 record. But yeah, it's going to be a great time, Josh. I'm so excited we're going. I need the standard break from life.
It's in order.
I need it. I need it. And it's going to be great. And we're going to have, like you said, a great treat to bring back. We're going to be bringing back something, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's it, dude.
Yeah,
we're at 55 minutes, so I think that's good.
We gave you guys about an hour.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. These cold coffees are super fun. And we do keep it, like we were referencing earlier, we keep this list of ideas. And a lot of times with guests, we don't even hit the list because we don't need to.
Oh, no, there's so much shit to talk about. Like that Joey Morris, man, that was fun.
Dude, speaking
that was
of,
a really good one.
We mentioned this at IHOP.
Before. That's where we ate, by the way. We ate at IHOP.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I haven't been doing IHOP in years.
All these places to eat around us, and we go to fucking IHOP. But you know what? Mwah, it was delicious.
It was great. It was $8.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah. The Dr. Pepper was flowing. I had a big steak omelet. It was pretty delicious. The pancakes were perfect. And guess what? No dysfunction.
No dysfunction. Well, there was a table next to us that, man, I was loving up.
Did you hear what she was saying?
No.
Okay, so there was what could best be described as like Medea and 3 like cool young black boys.
Dude, they were cool.
They were cool kids. Like
that kid had like these, like it looked like purple, like dread spikes.
Yeah,
cool haircut.
I was jealous of a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, that kid is cool.
Did you hear him like fucking tell that waitress what's up? He's like, yeah, no strawberry, and he's getting strawberry milk. He's like, and he shook it at her. I was like, yeah, dude,
he did. He goes, he goes. Another strawberry, and like shook the straw in it, and she was like, "Oh, honey, I'll make you another one of those." That waitress, and but no, one of the boys went to the bathroom, and I'm guessing that was their grandma.
Yeah,
it was like a grandma taking her 3 grandsons out to eat. It was an adorable situation, but we were sitting very close to them because it was packed in there, and she kept saying, she said it once, and I thought I heard it, and I kind of chuckled. Then she said it like 4 more times. She kept saying, "Hey, we'll call the kid Kyle, one of the kids. Hey, Kyle, go get your ass wipe brother out of the bathroom." She kept saying, "Go get that ass wipe, like 4 times. So the 4th time she said it, I laughed out loud. And the kid sitting next to me, which was like the buffer between me and the grandma, he looked at me and just cracked up because he's like, he heard her say ass wipe 4 times. It was so funny.
I didn't catch that.
No.
I was busy refilling my coffee because they give you a coffee urn to refill your own coffee.
Give your own container.
But
coffee. No, you mentioned it. IHOP. What I was going to say was, man, we have got a lot of good feedback on the Joey Morris episode. It was so fun to sit down with him. He was so good. We were just having a fun. It was. I think it was probably one of our best episodes ever.
Smooth sailing. Yeah, it was good.
It went by so quick. It was super fun and awesome. Joey was a rad dude. I never met him before. Like, I mean, I met him in passing, but I never really talked to him. And man, if you haven't listened to that one, guys, in closing, like go back and listen to Joey because it was super fun. And that's what we want to be doing more of that. I mean, I love these cold coffees.
It is great.
This is fun too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like these are a little more like therapeutic?
Yeah, it was for us, and I've also heard with guests too.
You think so?
Yeah. I heard that it's helping. Well, not helping, but I've heard like several other people say that they love the guest ones because they're fun, funny. Sometimes they're insightful, but the cold coffee ones are basically it's us talking about our own personal shit, and people can kind of relate to that.
Yeah.
And it gets goofy, but there's
not a third person to
get goofy.
But sometimes it gets really real. And spoiler alert, I think next time we have one, it's going to get real.
Okay.
Giving it a little time.
Okay.
But it's going to be a good one.
Let it simmer.
It's going to be a real doozy. as the kids say back east.
They do. Back east.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. Again, boyspodcast.com, hub of all things boys, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, links to the episodes, the golden donate button. Not trying to push that too hard. If we want to throw a few bucks our way. If you listen week after week, the best thing you can do besides share it on social media or just tell a friend.
Awesome to do. Just share it.
Yeah. That's the least you could do. And then the most you could do is just a little button click. Send us a few bucks. It'll keep us on the air.
Yeah.
It'll keep us loving each other.
Keep this thing going.
I love you, Josh.
I love you too, man.
This has been great.
It's been awesome. Bye.